Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 Star Wars video games of all time.
Is that all you got?
We need to override that lockout.
For this list, we're taking a look at the video games that every Star Wars fan needs to play. Which of these is your favorite game in the galaxy? Show us your faith in the Force in the comments below. Number 20, Star Wars: Empire at War. There haven't been a lot of Star Wars games that dive into the strategy genre, but when the franchise does dip their toes in, it's really good. Empire at War is one of those occasions where the Force was indeed strong.
Reporting. Fire for maximum effect.
Leading the Rebellion or Imperial Empire, you must invade planets like Tatooine and Kashyyyk in order to gain control. Establish bases and special forces to maintain the advantage, and liberate or rule the galaxy. Sure, it isn't as advanced as other strategy games, but there's enough fun here to call it a great Star Wars game.
My lord, it is likely that the traitor we are hunting may have...
You failed me for the last time, Commander.
Number 19, Star Wars: Shadows of the Empire. Taking place between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, the Shadows of the Empire franchise focused on a completely different character instead of Luke, Han, or Leia. As Dash Rendar, you help our aforementioned heroes in their quests while deviating into a few adventures of your own. From reliving the Battle of Hoth to dangerous encounters with bounty hunters, there's plenty of material here that makes this N64 gem feel both nostalgic and original. Just be sure to mind your footing when dealing with the platforming levels. The controls can be a bit cumbersome at times. Number 18, Star Wars Battlefront 2. The EA version of Battlefront has seen the other end of our blasters for quite some time now, and Battlefront 2 arguably got the worst of it. Launching with a pay-to-win system and a lackluster campaign, it ended up being one of 2017's biggest letdowns. So why is it here? Well, despite all of this, DICE and EA went forward in supporting the game, and it's actually way more fun to play than before.
Touching down now. Hot pellet over there.
More heroes and villains have been added, as well as cosmetics and maps. Triple XP Wednesdays have made the grind a bit more bearable, and the additions and reworks of various modes have given the game a healthy amount of replay value.
Just like the simulation.
Number 17, Star Wars Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy.
Huh? What? Who are you?
Kyle Katarn, at your service. Welcome to a day in the life of a Jedi.
Serving as the final entry in the Jedi Knight series, Jedi Academy went all out on giving us a stellar adventure. You are Jaden Korr, a mysterious person who knows how to assemble lightsabers despite having no knowledge in the ways of the Jedi.
What took you so long, Jaden?
Nothing.
You're sure?
It was nothing.
Along with another Padawan, you are assigned to learn under Jedi Knight protagonist Kyle Katarn. Here, you'll learn the powers of the Force and discover your destiny. Much like its predecessors, Jedi Academy is a thrill from start to finish with excellent writing, splendid visuals, and a great voice cast. As for previous games, we'll get to a couple of those in just a bit.
These mercs aren't cheap. Someone in this cult must have a lot of credits. Or worse, it's backed by the Remnant.
Number 16, Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds. Another rare instance of Star Wars messing with the strategy genre, Galactic Battlegrounds was one that required more maintenance and multitasking than Empire at War. Use resources like carbon, food, and Nova Crystals to recruit powerful warriors ranging from simple warriors and Jedi to fighter ships and tanks. The amount of management you'll have to do makes Galactic Battlegrounds a challenging experience, but it's one that has left us wishing for a sequel, or at the very least, some kind of spiritual successor. Needless to say, if you enjoy games like Civilization or Age of Empires, you definitely need to grab this one.
I serve only the Force. Living Force will protect me.
Number 15, Star Wars: The Old Republic. When you think of developer BioWare and the Star Wars brand, you're most likely thinking of another RPG, but we're not quite there yet. For now, let's feast our eyes on The Old Republic, a free-to-play Star Wars MMO that features a ton of quests for you to discover.
I believe the Jedi are in grave danger.
Enemy fighters, evade!
With expansions like Rise of the Hutt Cartel and Legacy of the Sith, to various PvP modes to test your strength against other players, The Old Republic holds a wide buffet of content for Star Wars fans to partake in. Having netted over $1 billion in revenue, those who have been wanting a seemingly never-ending Star Wars adventure have certainly found solace here. Number 14, Star Wars Episode III: Revenge of the Sith. Movie tie-in games rarely came out decent, especially during the days when Revenge of the Sith got its video game adaptation. Unlike most movie tie-ins though, Revenge of the Sith was an absolute blast to play.
More scrap metal coming fast. Is that all you got?
We need to override that lockout.
Not only did we get to relive some of the coolest scenes from the movie, we also got to experience a solid combat system that encouraged mixing up attacks to perform awesome combos. By no means was it a step above the likes of Devil May Cry or other combat-heavy games, yet what it brought to the table was just as enjoyable. Number 13, Star Wars: Dark Forces. If you're looking to dive into the adventures or misadventures of Kyle Katarn, this is the game you need to start with. Throughout this gem of a game, you'll infiltrate Imperial bases to steal intel, sabotage their plans, and help the rebellion bring down the Empire. There's no hiding it, Dark Forces was very much capitalizing on Doom's success in the mid-90s. However, that doesn't take away some of the improvements it brings, such as jumping, swimming, and being able to actually aim, gaming commodities we expect from today's titles. Dark Forces may show its age from time to time, but man, it's still a thrill to play today.
A noble cause, General. I hope the demonstration lives up to your claims. Proceed.
Number 12, Star Wars Squadrons.
Do not rest until the destruction of Alderaan is complete.
As we saw with Battlefront 2, EA and the Star Wars IP went through a tumultuous period in the online multiplayer scene. Thankfully, they managed to redeem themselves towards the end with Star Wars Squadrons. Taking cues from another game of starfighters and bomb runs, Squadrons featured dogfighting gameplay that required more than just flying around and shooting whatever threat comes your way.
The defense capability is dropping. Keep going.
There's an element of strategy at play that forces you to divert power to specific parts of your ship in order to gain or regain the advantage. With tight controls and deep combat, Squadrons was a surprisingly great game.
Attack! Attack again! We're getting there. Keep firing. That's it.
Number 11, Star Wars Racer Revenge.
Supernatural control and concentration, and the near-suicidal drive and ambition to pilot what can only be called the fastest and deadliest racecraft in existence.
Don't get us wrong, Episode 1 Racer will always have a special place in our hearts, but time has not been kind to the N64 classic. Racer Revenge, on the other hand, has withstood the test of time and simplified gameplay for the better. In addition to returning racers like Dudbolt and Ben Quadraneros, you have newer racers to try out as well as a small handful of special unlockable characters. Of course, the game has managed to hold up well in visuals and controls, making it the best pod racing and Star Wars racing experience.
Dudbolt takes first.
Number 10, Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2, Rogue Leader. Those wanting to live out missions like the famed Death Star run or the epic battle on Hoth need to look no further. While you cannot go wrong with the original Rogue Squadron, its sequel, Rogue Leader, simply did it best.
They're heading for the medical frigate.
Red Leader, we're under attack!
In addition to refined controls and a significant improvement in graphical fidelity, Rogue Leader also features some exceptional sound design, making each mission feel just as immersive as the last. Even though there was no inclusion of a multiplayer mode, it was hard getting us to put the game down.
We're on our way. Red group, gold group, all fighters follow me. I told you they'd do it.
Number 9, Star Wars Republic Commando.
This trench leads to the rear of the enemy line.
Ever wanted to command your own squad of clone troopers and take on the menacing Trade Federation? Well, you probably picked up this classic Star Wars title. With clone troopers Scorch, Fixer, and Sev by your side, you'll take part in various missions involving the Battle of Geonosis, while encountering a small assortment of familiar faces from the prequel trilogy.
Need a reload here, took out a native. Good shot, Commando. Charge up, squad!
Of course, you come here for the intense FPS action, where you'll blast at baddies while keeping your troopers in top condition. Protect them while they plant explosives or designate them to a sniping position to gain the upper hand in combat. Become the leader you were genetically manufactured to be. Number 8, Star Wars Bounty Hunter. While the world fawns over Boba Fett, we've rarely been able to explore the journey of the man who would become the template for the clone trooper army. The simply named Star Wars Bounty Hunter offers a window into Jango's life when he was known as one of the galaxy's most dangerous bounty hunters. Players were given a handful of gadgets and weapons to toy with that offered up new ways to explore levels, fend off enemies, and capture targets. Even with some janky controls and poor camera controls, Bounty Hunter was, and still is, an absolute blast to play today.
For a little money, maybe I can take you to him.
Take me and maybe I won't blast you.
Number 7, Vader Immortal.
You've caused us considerable inconvenience, smuggler.
Smugglers? Who said we were smugglers?
Silence destroyed.
Like strategy games, the Star Wars franchise has been played around in the VR landscape on a couple of occasions. Of these few instances, none have matched the same scale and fun as Vader Immortal. Upon arriving on Mustafar, you learn that Darth Vader and his troops have been investigating the mines of another civilization, searching for an ancient artifact. Thing is that he's taken interest in you as it turns out you can wield the power of the Force. You can guarantee we got carried away with living the Jedi fantasy as we engaged in duels and hurled rocks at our foes. Number 6, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga.
I failed you, man. I'm sorry.
I'm sure you are.
Originally, we would have put the complete saga on here, but the recent Skywalker Saga has managed to blow our expectations out of the water. With 45 levels spread across all 9 movies, players can relive their favorite Star Wars moments and explore various landmarks across more than 20 planets. On top of that, there are over 100 ships, more than 300 characters to unlock, and over 1,000 Kyber bricks to collect.
Woo! I'm getting pretty good at this now. Behind us!
Yeah, you completionists will be chewing through this one for a while, and every Star Wars fan needs this title in their collection.
I'm gonna start where his trail went cold. The Forbidden Desert of Basana.
We go together.
Number 5, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. For years, we had been screaming at EA to deliver us a single-player Star Wars experience, though it only took nearly a decade for that to happen. Jedi Fallen Order knocked it out of the park. Taking place after the events of Order 66, Cal Kestis is forced into hiding, as the Empire hunts down what few Jedi remain and establishes their rule over the galaxy. Much like how Dark Forces took pages from Doom, Jedi Fallen Order provides a unique Star Wars adventure that will make Dark Souls fans feel right at home with its deep and intense combat mechanics. Thankfully, you don't have to get good just to even slightly enjoy this one.
I can't fight anymore! You're too quick!
Number 4, Star Wars Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast.
The Valley of the Jedi, Reborn Warrior.
The Valley of the Jedi?
It may be the last of the Kyle Katarn games on the list, but it is without a doubt the best. Having abandoned the ways of the Jedi, Kyle has reverted back to his mercenary life until his partner is captured. Now, Kyle must rediscover himself and learn what it means to be one with the Force. Not only does it offer up great action and suspense, but it also explores more of the Star Wars lore. What happens when a Jedi tries to abandon the Force? How does one consumed by anger try to fight off the dark side? It's a tale unique to Kyle Katarn, and it's one of the best in the entire franchise. Number 3, Star Wars The Force Unleashed. Speaking of the dark side of the Force Unleashed gave us a thrilling ride. You are Starkiller, the apprentice of Darth Vader and a major player in the Jedi Purge. You know, the events that came after Order 66. Though dark and gritty in appearance, The Force Unleashed is without a doubt one of the best narratives in Star Wars gaming history. Of course, the main attraction is in the title. Unleash your most devastating Force powers to create combos, rack up XP, and rain down destruction on the most pathetic of stormtroopers and rebel grunts. Flinging dudes around the room with reckless abandon has never been more fun.
I have no interest in your failures, Commander. I am here on a mission of my own.
Number 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2. Come on, you didn't really expect us to touch upon the 2017 Battlefront 2 and not the original, did you? The classic Battlefront 2 had so much to love that it gave it the legacy we know today. It wasn't just the fantastic gameplay introduced in the original, but the wide selection of maps and game modes to play. Whether it was against the AI or our friends, Team Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, Assault with Heroes and Villains, this was a game that wanted to show you a good time. And just to sweeten the deal, Battlefront 2 came with a unique campaign, Galactic Conquest, in which players traveled the galaxy for various battles to achieve total domination.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
I guess the Republic figured since they couldn't catch you, they might as well hire you. And I'll admit, the Republic is in desperate need of someone with your kind of skills.
As fantastic and marvelous as every other Star Wars game on this list, none have reached a level of achievement as epic as Knights of the Old Republic. It's almost hard to describe just how phenomenal this game was, and why folks talk about it to this day. It just hits differently than other Star Wars games, modern and retro.
Now that must have been...
Be careful. There's a whole squad of Sith troopers on the other side of that door. You need to find some way to thin their numbers.
The character creation, the dialogue trees, the vibrant and expansive worlds, various side missions, it all felt like a Star Wars adventure made specifically for you, and encouraged you how you wanted it to be told. It was an RPG that invited you and wanted you to play along with it, and it's why so many people continue to talk about KOTOR to this day.
Basila's escape pod's already gone, so there's no reason for us to stick around here and get shot by the Sith. Now, come on! There'll be time for questions later.
In the mood for more awesome gaming content? Be sure to check out this video here on Mojo Plays. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.